Hey everyone, this is Steve Donahue with the Legacy Podcast. What I wanted to do, I am out here in the middle of my garden where my sweet potatoes are. It's June the 29th, it's about 1 o'clock, and it is 100 degrees out here. And I wanted to show the importance of mulch. Talk about mulch sometimes in some of the podcasts that we do and how important that mulch is. And I wanted to demonstrate that through video. And we have had maybe an inch of rain for the last 6 weeks here in the garden. And so it is scorching out here, hot as blazes, and certainly we are in desperate need of some water. And I have a simple hay mulch here. This is in between a row or two of sweet potatoes, and I'm going to dig down in here, and I'm going to show you the importance of having a mulch. Because when you dig down in here, you'll see, when I get to the soil, there you go, you see the soil right there? You see how moist that still is? You can pick it up and it still makes into a ball. It's still so moist. And that's without hardly any rain, all because of having a good cover of hay on it. And so that shows what mulch can do. Now I'm going to go to another place in the garden where I had prepared a bed to sow some stuff and exposed the soil, didn't get a chance to put mulch back on it, and it baked. And I want to show the difference between the two in contrast. So here we are, just maybe 6 feet away from where I just was with between the sweet potatoes, and this is a prepared bed that I had made, and I was going to plant something, and I forget what we were going to plant, maybe beans or something like that. And I removed the mulch and was going to plant, didn't get a chance to replant it. And if you can see here how hard and crispy this is, and this is soil, this is supposed to be the soil. If you dig down as far as you can dig, all you see is dirt that's dried out. There's nothing moisture-wise in there at all, and that is entirely because I can barely dig down in there because it's so hot. In fact, the soil itself feels like it's 100 degrees itself, and there is not water to be found anywhere in there. And that is the difference between having mulch and having barren soil. You know, when God prepared Adam and Eve and gave them a covering, it was to keep them from being exposed. And I believe that God has made it so that the ground abhors being exposed. And that's why we get weeds when we expose the soil. Of course, weeds aren't going to come up in this either because it's so hot and dry that a weed wouldn't even grow in here. But as soon as we have some rain, the weeds will come to this area because they want to cover it. And had I prepared this with mulch as I did the other place, I would probably have something growing right here. So this shows the difference between having a mulched area and an unmulched area. And hopefully you are able to put down mulch in your garden. You can use organic or inorganic material, but just cover the soil, and you'll be able to prevent a lot of the evaporation and retain much of the moisture that's already in the soil. And with that, this has been Steve Donahue with the Legacy Podcast.